It's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Before I get started with my video, and this one is going to be on making a card using chalks, and also with a little bit of masking in there too. Before I get started with that card though, I wanted to tell you about some things some viewers sent me, which I really appreciate, and my viewer's name is Shelly, and she made me this really cute card. Isn't it? I love this, how she did the markers on the front on the card, and then she used some washi tape and really pretty inside. Anyway, she had asked me in one of my videos, after one of my videos, if I really liked the house mouse stamps, because I'd mentioned in my original craft room tour video that I did like the house mouses, and she said she had a couple that she really didn't use and would I like them. So she said she would send them from Canada, so it was so lovely of her to do that. So these are the two that she told me she was sending me, and then when I got the box, I got these ones. The gift of friendship will be treasured forever, Merry Christmas, a little girl with a basket of flowers, two friends under an umbrella, a couch, a scene of a tree and a house in the background, and then these cute hearts in a border. So those were what she sent me. Then I have been in contact with the owner of Inspired by Stamping, because I really like their stamps, and she sent me a really lovely note thanking me for what we do in the YouTube channel, and she said pick out one of our 4x6 stamp sets and I'll send it to you. So she has done that. Look how lovely these roses are. I'm a big fan of rose stamps. And this is the card that she made me, and it's just gorgeous as well. Look at the coloring on those leaves. I don't know if you can see that, but look how gorgeous that is. Really nice job. And her name is Joanna. Joanna, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you didn't know this, for all of you, I save all the cards that you send me and all the notes you send me. They always go into a drawer that I have here in my office. I really appreciate anyone who thinks of me. It's just so sweet, and thank you so much. So let me put these away and we'll get started on our card. So the stamp sets we're going to be using are both retired, I'm sorry about that, from Stampin Up, Swallowtail, and another thank you. I need to make some thank you cards, and I liked this sentiment, and we're going to be playing with a bunch of chalks. Now these are just Inkadinkado blending chalks that are very old. They're cracked, they're kind of beat to heck, and then I have some stamping pastels from Stampin' Up, and these are also old and retired, but you can get pastels and chalks just about anywhere. Let's see if I can get it open. I bet you can't get that anywhere. Ugh, okay. And this has pieces that are kind of falling out of their little sections. Let me put them back so that we don't lose them. And it comes with these little they're kind of like a makeup sponge on a well, they look like a makeup sponge across the board. Okay, I just finished a card that I didn't do a video of, but I got the stuff from the card all over me. I'll show you the card though. There's the card. In case you'd like to see me do a video of a card like this, I'd be glad to do it, but I needed a quick card, and well, I'd already done some of these backgrounds, so I wanted to, anyway. If you want to see me do that, let me know, and I'd be glad to. So let's start. Let me get this out of the way. I'm going to put my butterfly upside down, and I'm going to use Versamark ink on it, because that's the best way to play with pastels, or if you're going to do a card where you're using chalks, this works like a champ. Now you probably won't be able to see my background image, and that's okay at first. I think it's pretty good. You won't be able to see it at first, but you'll be able to see it after I start coloring it. And I'm going to just lay this. This is Nina 80-pound cardstock. It's very close to not being able to It was very close to having it come off the edge, but it didn't, so that's a lucky thing. It was looking bad for a second. I just want to make sure that every part of my butterfly, oh, that's even better. You can kind of see it. Alright, so that butterfly had a little bit of dark on it so you can see the outline of the butterfly. In the end, I might end up cutting that butterfly out because I needed to cut off, see that little dark edge that's on both sides. Anyway, it's not a huge deal, but it's something I just want you to be aware of, that I already had a little mishap with it. Now, I did bring over a bunch of my chalk tools, and they're in here. You can use anything when you're doing chalks. I have this box of miscellaneous things. This is an applicator that you can use for things like this. And this was a bracelet buddy, and I think I'm going to use the bracelet buddy first. And all you do is you just get pom-poms wherever you find pom-poms. It doesn't matter what color they are. It's not going to make any difference at all, but we're going to use the little pom-pom. We're going to change colors with our pom-pom. Every time we go from color to color, we're going to change our pom-pom. And I'm going to try to match my colors up to my pom-pom. So if I have a red pom-pom, oh, get out of there, pom-pom. If I have a red pom-pom, then I'm going to make red on there. And then I also have more tools, more things to play with. We'll go with this for now. I do have other pom-poms though that are smaller. I'm also going to play with, I have some Q-tips. We're going to use those as well. I decided what I was going to do is take my big butterfly that I cleaned off, so hopefully I don't get that dark spot that I got on the last image. I'm going to put the Versamark, or the Versamark ink on it again, and I think this time what I'm going to do is put a few of the images on my background, and I'll just color these in different they're going to be in different portions, and they're not going to be straight. So I'm just going to do like that part of the butterfly on this side of my sheet. Take it off. Luckily I got that mark on it again. And then I think I'm going to do, just going to ink the whole thing, and we'll see how much of it I want to get on that this time. Let's see. And end up, get out of there. I know I'm losing my mind here. I just didn't want to have my butterfly end up being in weird places. Okay, let's see where we got now. That's kind of cool. I could put my sentiment right there, or I could put my other butterfly there. Alright, so let's put our lid back on, a Versamark. My butterfly's dark again. I don't know why. Then I'm going to take, let's see, I think I'm going to go with that blue, the blue tone that we used. I think I'll do this butterfly. Lots of blue. I'm going to do some purple. get some of the brown out of my Inkadinkados. They seem to be creamier than my other ones are. Okay. Then I'm going to take one of my little pom-poms. I'm going to try doing the purple again with the pom-pom. I think I'll get better results. I do like that better. I think the darker, if you want a darker look like this, it's easier to get it with the pom-pom than just the Q-tip doesn't seem to do the job like you want it to. Okay, then let's see. I might as well do the same colors. Ooh, my pom-pom's coming off. Back to the blue. Got pom-poms everywhere. Okay. Whoops, I forgot to do his body in one of these butterfly body tones. Guess I want that darker color. Okay. Let me wipe this off and I'll be right back. I found an even darker purple I can put in the center here. I like that dark purple. I think I might try one of these darker blues too, out of the Inkadinkados. Let's do the edges with that. Looks pretty good. Put blue down there. Alright, let's see if maybe I'll put this in the inside, or cut half of it off. I'll cut 3/4 of it off. I don't know, I kind of like the front better. Well, let me get some inks and I will put my sentiment on the front and we'll roll with it. I'm going to put it close to the bottom. And I'm also going to do this in the verse mark, and I'm going to also do this with the chalks. My head's in the way, as usual. I'm sorry about that. You want to make sure your ink transfers, so you want to hold it down there for a second. Perfect. I think I'm going to do that dark purple, because I thought that dark purple was pretty frisky. Now, I think what I'm going to do, because I can, I think I'm going to take a really big pom-pom. I mean, really big. And you see how the background of the purple, of the thank you can see the purple is still back there. I figure that if that worked, why not do it all over my background? So let's see if we can get it to just smear around. If I can't, then we'll go with some other plan. Well, that's weird. It just has all these splotches. What should I do? Any advice? Okay, I got an idea. I'm going to use some of my peg stamps, and everywhere I have one of these weird marks, I'm just going to stamp a flower there. And hopefully those flowers will make sure that my background looks kind of cool instead of weird. Really see all these. Okay, let me try. Okay, now we're getting hail, and I think it's coming in through my window. This is the stuff that only would happen to me. What I'm going to do with the rest of my background is just kind of come up with a plan that makes it work. Can you hear that hail? That's hysterical. I probably should shut my window, huh? Okay, I'm going to put another one right there. Let's see. One right in there. One there. One there. One here and there. And one there. See how that works. I'm going to stamp one in the middle of that. I guess that's all. I do have one on the side here. I just noticed that I hadn't colored. And I have this one. Okay. So So far, not too horrible, right? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over some of these. I'm going to go with a pink and just kind of do the centers. It's like a pinkish purple. I think it looks good with my butterflies because my butterflies have that look to them. Okay. Let me get all this out of the way, and the next step is wiping it off, and I think I'm going to brush over some of it. I don't know. I'm going to think about how to get a little bit of background color in there. It does look pretty cool though, I think. I might want to put another color in there too. Let's see what this yellow does. These are loads of fun, I gotta be honest with you. I think that yellow brings out the color in the center of the butterfly, and I like that it's just a little bit, I don't know, I just like the difference in the color. I know, Aggie, it's scary. I'm going to have to wrap this up because when Aggie gets scared, she's almost blind and almost deaf. When she gets scared, you know it's bad. Okay, I'm going to put some of this yellow, if I can get it onto my center of my butterflies. I'm going to try and make them more yellow. So the yellow works with that. Okay, I'm going to put some yellow in my background. I'm not sure when my camera went out. I had a little storm here, so we lost the electricity and the camera. So now I'm just trying to, I'm making my background yellow. I put some yellow in the centers of my flowers as well as some of that purpley color. It's more like a fuchsia. And so now I'm just trying to make my background match everything else. And I'm using this spongy thing that I found in my stash. And I found that the lighter you go with this, it seems like the better luck you have. You know, don't push too hard, because you do better when you don't push too hard. At least that's what I think so far. This is a lot of fun to do, I have to admit. But you know me, just about everything I play with, if I get a big messy thing going, I'm happy. A little bit of mess makes me a happy girl. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm still not crazy about the centers of my butterflies, but what are you going to do? I think I'm going to put some of that fuchsia in the center of my butterfly. I think it's in the other color palette, though. Back to this one. Yeah, it's that color right there. I'm going to see if I can put some of that. I'll use a different tool. centers of my butterflies so they match my flowers more. Okay, let's see. Let me wipe off my excess stuff. Chalk is what stuff is in Sandy language. It's not too bad, is it? Okay, now I've got to find my first butterfly that has run amok. Oh, there it is. I think I'm going to put some of that bright pinky fuchsia color in there. I like it better than that weird brown color that I ended up with at the beginning. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe it off so that our image is clean, and I'm going to cut it in half. Like that. And I'm only going to be using on the inside here. I'm only going to be using this much butterfly. So I'm going to get my tape. Alright, let me get this out of the way. And then I'm going to try and get his little antlers. That looks good. That. I think I'm gonna cut one of his antlers off. Okay, that's that. And let me get my Versamark, and I'm gonna put a couple of these flowers in the inside. Just, I think, 3 of them. And back to my little pom-pom thing. Here's 1, 2, 3. A little yellow in the center. And I'll do that, and then I'm going to wipe that off. And I'm going to stamp five of those, and back to my bright colors again. Okay, wipe that off, and I'll put a little bit of that yellow in there. And then the other color I put in there was, hard to tell. Looks like purple. Put a little purple in there then. So there's our envelope, and there's our card, and that's our first attempt at using chalks. I hope you enjoyed this and that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Tell your friends about me on social media. I really appreciate it. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.